we do have a great game coming up right now. Holy moly, Primal Beast. I feel like nothing to say is going to pop off. You know, Sheepo, she was doing the bang, 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 bang plays. I think that was for Rubik, but I think nothing to say is going to be wreck and face. Give, says Seal. I think he wants tips.
Ah, yes, he wants 70 to tip him. I don't know if that's going to happen. Tip for tip, and some for it's only one way. Very unfortunate. But no, draft-wise, I actually really like what PSG's got. I think it's all about the lanes, I feel like, with these heroes. You know, Primal Beast against Pangolier, Primal should do well. Some Dazzle Wraith King lane against some Doom, also going to do well. And yeah, that's going to be the key theme for PSG with their quirkiness of their heroes.
Yeah, they've got some strange stuff coming out. And I think, you know, there's an element to last game where I just think about how strong YBB looked when they went in and they invaded the Ancients. And they're like, we're not going to back down. We're going to run at you. We're going to battle. And then LG was like, oh, you guys want to do that? Okay, we can do that. And that's what they're doing this game. Because holy moly, you've got, like the you know, Snare was talking about, Wraith King, Primal, Bloodseeker. They're ready to battle.
And in the bot lane, we've got some weird shenanigans here. Rubik, Disruptor, and Doom. What, are they going to kill off the range creep and eat a melee? Oh, they are. Yep, okay. Bot lane has just been absolutely disintegrated by some heroes.
Okay. He's like, all right, the lane's going to go bad, so we're not going to lane. There's so many new things going on in this one. Very cool.
Yeah, once again, we don't get to see Dazzle picked too often, but it is, especially against this Doom. Doom nowadays, it's, again, Meteor Hammer into Midas. Yeah. So if you throw in a really potent, kind of aggressive chase you back down the lane style combo, then maybe Doom won't even get to Meteor Hammer at a good timing. Maybe there'll always be that kill threat, and that's why you're seeing this kind of new combination coming out. But again, also Wraith King, it's a really good game. TA hates playing into Wraith King later into the game. She can never just jump burst him. Doom really hates going on him. Disruptor hates using spells. So I think there is a large damage issue with YBB's lineup if lanes don't go well, and it's only TA who's having a good time.
And you know, you talk about that Wraith King and how good of a game it is for him. This was a first 2 pick, you know? He has sort of gotten away scot-free in the draft, which is pretty interesting considering how I thought that was going to go. It does look like that Ring of Health is just about completed right now for the Doom, though. Has his courier going on out to pick that up. So his laning stage should at least be okay. And maybe there's that's the way that they do it. If like you can start snowballing this lane, getting that Meteor Hammer stuff going on.
Oh, I need TPs, no! Oh.
All right. Well, you know, the lane...
What were you saying, Lyrical?
It's just not going to go well.
There we go.
No, it's sad.
Yeah, but his death did secure his courier getting to the Doom.
Okay.
He secured the Ring of Health, getting to the Doom, not getting sniped by the Dazzle. That was the biggest load of whatever I could have produced there. Yeah, that is a horrendous start for YB in this off lane. In regards to the support, very unfortunate.
It was going so well, too.
It was.
But you know what that means?
What does it mean?
Solo XP.
Oh, that's meaty. Yeah, yeah. And the lane is pushing in, so yeah, Doom's going to be chilling. I will be surprised if he actually gets to use a Meteor Hammer against a tower. Again, any of these carries that provide a really low cooldown stun that can mirror the CD of Meteor Hammer is very good against Doom. That's why we saw Luna in previous China series. I think IG was the one that did it. And again, here we have Wraith King. All he needs is like, what, 2 points in his Fire Blast to have mirroring cooldowns?
Yeah, and I mean,
there's even just 1 point.
There's going to be the possibility of like doing it from off to the side and like hiding off in the trees and dropping it down. I'll also say, as 70 takes a good chunk of damage there from nothing to say. Oh man, be careful, buddy. Bloodseeker's also moving very fast. Every hit that's traded, he's got 10 seconds, but the bottle's there. All right, so he'll be okay. The thing that I love about Meteor Hammer is that we get to see all these weird channeling animations. I think Doom is one of the weirdest, where like his double hands go up, he starts waving around.
I went into Dota SFM just to look at all the different channel animations.
Yeah.
And I was going to see who has like the best channel animation, but then I realized it was a bit of a time sink. I was just spending way too long doing it. I was just kind of staring at Invoker. And yeah, I stopped doing it, but it was a late night activity that I had to stop doing. Yeah.
That's...
If you want, I can complete the tier list.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Okay.
Beyond, he's going to try and TP back just to the tier 1 tower, so he gets out of harm's way, and 2 components of the Meteor Hammer done. I mean, when you think about the lore of this item, I feel like it should be more threatening. You drop a meteor from the sky. It's terrifying.
I mean, it's terrifying towards towers. It's really pathetic when they're actually channeling it.
Yeah, you sidestep it.
Yeah, just walk off. And yeah, we haven't really mentioned the offlane yet, but I feel like this Bloodseeker pick, when you're going TA into Bloodseeker, Bloodseeker's a high armor hero. Like, you don't want to leave TA in a 1v1 matchup. Normally, you have an additional support to utilize the meld and that chase down. And I just feel like Zill's just going to become another carry. He's 18 for 10 to the 17 and 2 for TA. So far, all lanes on PSG, and this is what I kind of anticipated with this type of lineup. They are just going to be tanky heroes that win their lanes, and they're so sustainable. And once again, YBB damage will be a key thing they'll have to find as quick as possible.
You know, T, that's some really good analysis right there, but I want to go back to talking about meteor hammers again.
Yeah, no worries. Yep. Am I going to have to start Googling lore to help you out?
What I was going to say is that it reminds me of, do you remember in Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, when the weird-faced orc gets a trebuchet giant piece of rock thrown at him, and then he just sidesteps it slightly? That's what I imagine. Like 7E dropping in the mid lane, almost goes down, but able to get away.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly that, actually.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I know what you're talking about, and it's wildly pathetic. And
yeah. Planet. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Go on, hit the arrow, hit the arrow.
No. He's not ready. He's not ready. Oh, Planet, look at him. He's like, yeah. You see, he looked at the camera. He's like, yeah, that's right.
Dude, that's clean. He knows. He had no vision. Like, he placed...
He did. He had the Bloodseeker thirst.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. My bad.
That's what you meant.
Yeah. No natural vision. No natural vision. Yeah. Nice. I was just making sure you're listening, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
You're
that.
too busy talking about orcs and Lord of the Rings. I had to bring you back down to this game, you know?
Exactly. Well, we're here now, and it is looking rough for the Pango.
Bro,
he did get the TP, though, at least.
1900 to the 2600 of Primal Beast. And this start... Sure, both mid laners love to rotate, but when you have such a sizable lead on the Primal Beast, his ability to quickly get to a side lane, kill, and then return to mid is a lot quicker than Pangolier. So already looking to see how Nothing to Say wants to utilize this early lead to kind of even just overwhelm the side lanes even more.
Bang! Arrow! Bang!
Dead!
Damn.
Wow.
7E scratching his head afterwards like, guys, this guy's really strong.
Yeah, he's out-leveling me, and also I feel like, again, it's a very dishonest mid lane. Planet has somewhat AFK'd in mid for a little bit. It's been a bit of a 2v1.
That's fair.
So 70, it's unfortunate. All right, here's the big thing. Beyond's got the meteor hammer.
Let's go.
Will he be able to actually get it on the tower or even use it successfully? Because Shiro, 1 point in Wraith Blast, very much ready to stop this channeling.
No, they have a lot of different avenues to stop the meteor hammer. The arrow... which obviously won't be there, but then of course the Wraithfire Blast being the two main ones there. And well, Planet facing off against ZZQ will do stacking while simultaneously forcing back the Mirana. She does manage to get on in and block one of those. But yeah, there's a lot of gold built up here. Planet jumps away.
Yep, no glimpse available, so you can start looking around. And Beyond, I feel so bad for him. He got the hammer, he walked around bot lane.
But the meteor hammer from on high, does he go for it? Why do you smile? Oh, Nothing to Say might just kill them all. They're going for it. Bang, bang, bang. He can't meet your hammer yet.
Neutrals tonight?
Oh, well played. Okay, they get that.
The bang, bang, bang aggroed the neutrals to then bang, bang, bang. Not YBB, Tiang Ming, sorry. And yeah, get the knife. But look how displaced this Doom is. He's just walked around for like 2 minutes.
Oh, here it is. Oh,
yes.
That's the orc.
That's the orc play. Yep, that's the orc play.
God, what was the name of that orc?
Oh, I can Google it if you want.
Oh, sure. I'd love that. That would really help the cast a lot.
No worries, I got you. Orc Lord of the Rings that dodges big rock.
70 gets the bottle refill in mid.
Is it Gothmog?
Gothmog.
Lieutenant
that sounds right.
of Morgul.
Yeah. Gothmog.
He does look like a Doom that did get slapped in the face, to be fair.
It's true. He's got that weird eye.
Yeah.
Well, right now, LGD weirdly eyeing up.
It's like me before makeup. I think about it.
No, it's not. You're beautiful.
Yeah, thanks.
Beyond, eyeing up Gothmog. Got him caught there. And bang, bang, banging him into death. Just like the Rohirrim that found him on the fields of Palinor.
Bro, there's like 7 people right now that... Actually, to be fair, a lot of Dota viewers would actually...
Yeah.
You know, about 7,000 viewers actually right now are vibing with this.
Dude, Loda, right? This Lord of Dolth Alamoth. As TA gonna get caught silenced, dead. Just like that, they show off the power of the Zeal off-lane Bloodseeker. And Well, he will get found here by 70. Can 70 finish off the kill, though? Tries to get it. Swashbuckle saved. He's not going all in. He's too afraid. Nothing to say is nearby.
I mean, he has 10 armor. Like, Zill's incredibly tanky. Double Wraith Pan stick plus treads. It's hard to kill. And yeah, PSG, all about the lanes with these heroes, crushing the lanes. YBB, Doom doesn't have a game. The question for YBB now is, how can they find ways to get TA to farm the stacks, to farm these ancients, and then present an opportunity where she can maybe, poke her head in, get a kill, then look towards Roshan. But it's a lot of things that need to go right for them, because PSG, they're dictating everything. Nothing to say from bot to top, killing off mid. He's just everywhere right now on this map.
Completely taken over the game. And ZZQ shows for a minute there, probably looking for a bigger target to go for the pulverize on, but also just gets Tango passed over to him and is going to be passing by a ward. So now realizing there's a little bit more freedom, and you can see 70 immediately tries to back away, but is he going to be able to escape? Nothing to say. Ooh, could have gone for that.
Oh.
And he walks into a ward now, but Planet mid lane, because they saw that that Primal Beast left, they set up for him instead. Regen tries to get into range. I don't think they can do anything to Primal though. Oh, wait, yep, they're just gonna turn and hit him. And with 70 moving in, now maybe they can make a play, the glimpse to pull him back, and now the roll back and forth. Nothing to say. The supports weren't a danger, but when you bring in the Pango, it does become a problem until the Grave comes out. And there's the jump, gets the kill. YBB, they're fighting back in a pretty good way here.
Yeah, this is really important. Nothing to say. He gets a little bit confident going for that rune, and meanwhile, beyond, he's able to actually hit 2 meteor hammers on this bot tower.
Okay.
So after being, starved in the off lane, he himself is, relatively getting back into the game.
Yeah, he's top net worth on his team, which might not be a great thing for his team. But TA is eventually going to go and try and clear up and farm up the rest of this jungle, it feels like.
Yeah, I feel like if you're YB, you need to kill off Zill at least once. It's like, kill Zill, force reactions top, allow Doom to take bot tower, and that might set your map up quite nicely. And yeah, they are looking to do that.
Got him caught here. Lowell makes the movement over. They rupture the TA, and now nothing to say. They still turn around that gank. That one did not go the way they hoped it would. I mean, if nothing to say is there, it becomes very difficult to take a fight.
I might even go saying near impossible. I feel like if nothing to say is in a fight, 70 has to be in the fight. And unfortunately, in hindsight, 70 didn't have Rolling Thunder, so this move from YBB was maybe a little bit too quick for them. The idea of the play is great. They need to make sure when you're behind, you have all the resources available to make sure that you aren't just kind of throwing bodies into a lost cause.
Well, and in spite of a good last couple of minutes, it is feeling not like a complete lost cause, but definitely kind of rough right now for the side of YBB. After taking that top tower and so much pressure on towards mid, they're starting to collapse on this area. Like, Wraith King is even farming out the enemy Ancients right here and almost has a completed Radiance.
Yeah, he's just causing a really nice overlapping farm where if TA wants to try and farm, she can't go to her Ancient. 70 is just awkwardly trying to shove out the Wraith King. So it isn't as fluid of a game that you expect. Like, YBB's lineup is very, very greedy, right? Doom wants to AFK, TA wants to AFK. There isn't a lot of damage on the support, so...
Glimpse pulls him back. Static Storm. They bring in 7E. This is what they need to do. They need to kill off. Nothing to say before that BKB comes out, but the Grave is there. Does he have a way to escape the onslaught? But he gets the stick charge off to stay alive. Shiro shows up. Arrow, but able to create a little bit of separation. Now ZZQ going to get ran down. They have a good chunk of damage there and will be able to take down this mid-tier 1 tower. But rough series of events there for YBB, not able to kill the Primal.
It's so hard. From game 1 YBB, where it's like all their heroes want to sync up, make the plays, to game 2, where it's like 3 heroes trying to desperately do as much as they can. The odds in game 1 were like 1.88 at this point or something. Now it's like even. Now it's very drastically PSG favored.
Esportsbet.io not favoring the YBB lineup at the moment as they continue to dominate this map here and maybe trying to set up onto Beyond. It's a little bit scary. I don't think Planet can do it on his own. Probably just trying to scout out this area and get his arcanes. Stealing away more farm, as Maranas do.
Let's quickly double check what's Bloodseeker going. Okay, so he's going for Atos.
Okay.
Not going for Auras. Again, you already have a Dazzle in your lineup, so you have kind of Shadow Wave. It's not Auras, but it's at least Sustain. Morana, again, we've already mentioned not going mech. So their survivability comes from the fact that the heroes themselves are extremely tanky, and they'll be pushed forward through the maybe defensive nature of Moonlight Shadow or the turnaround of Grave. And yeah, a rare game where I would argue that you don't really need too many auras. Nice positioning though from Zero to not get caught by the glimpse in the ward.
Yeah, I mean, that's just really good Dota right there. Recognizing, hey, nobody's showing over by the Ancients where the rest of the team was at. Nobody's showing on the map at all. Beyond is going to do the same type of thing right now, it looks like, and try and get out of harm's way. So both squads able to dodge the ganks that they thought were coming their direction. And now Ybb is kind of grouped together. They could make a smoke play themselves, see if they could pick off Shiro before he gets one of those survivability items after the Radiance.
Yeah, they just wish that Lu had maybe Desolator by now. If this was like a Deso TA, this play feels a little bit better because it's like, we look for a kill, boom, Roshan. But they're still in that awkward state where they don't have the BKB on Doom, they don't have the Desolator on TA. Even though they might want to look for the engagement, I'd argue that they need to just farm these items, utilize that timing to then try and punish PSG. But it's going to be difficult. Like, one team, they're waiting. On the flip side, nothing to say. When he picks up BKB, I don't think there's anything Ybb can do to this hero. Like, other than doing him after he jumps in, it's going to be very hard to stop PSG just swarming throughout the Ybb lines.
Well, and it again gets back to sort of what Sheep and Kezu were talking about, that the first person to find that initiation is probably going to end up on the better end of the fight. And that's sort of what they excel at on the side of Primal Beast as a hero, is, you know, setting up for a good fight, but they need that vision first as well. They tried to go down bottom, couldn't quite connect there with the Onslaught stolen from Rubik, which is about to expire right now. And Lil just about completing that Deso, but ZZQ caught in a weird spot, doesn't quite burn out there to the Radiance damage. Gonna salve up to try and keep the thirst stacks at bay. Go. But it connects in time, and they will find ZZQ very low. Rupture for a last hit. Oh, that's annoying.
Oh, and then he has the go-ahead run. Ooh,
oh, no.
What a little tip.
70, backing out, and they don't have Rupture for him this time. Okay, bouncing back and forth. Do they have heal, though? Just a couple of right clicks. Planet might be able to kill him himself. Yeah, 70 has to back away.
But still, you can already feel the sense of the game kind of slipping away from Ybb. The way that they're just kind of throwing heroes out just to buy time. And where are we at on the BKB situation for Doom? All right, okay, 400 gold away.
He's still very farmed.
Yeah, he's still pretty good. Again, Lu, Deso's easily been complete since then. Another 800 gold's been generated. And that could be a nice moment for Ybb, right? It's like I already mentioned the Deso BKB, but if they want to be really safe, they're like, okay, let's wait for the BKB on TA. That will then mitigate the Radiance, prevent the Primal Beast from being too much of a factor. But it's a lot of waiting, a lot of like, okay, the next item, then the next item. Yeah. And it does concern me that Ybb will always be chasing what's the next item that will give us a little bit of confidence to take the fight. Because so far it's been 17 minutes where they've been pretty much just ran at.
And I mean, I will. Oh, look at this. This is pretty good.
That's good. Yeah, that's
nice. If you can
nice.
find any type of a pick-off, particularly onto this Bloodseeker, very, very solid stuff. And it's going to be Tianming that picks up the last touch on that one. CCQ gives him the tip back after losing his life. So a little bit of retribution there. I guess the one thing that does sort of stand out to me is I think Ybb, it's not like it's completely hopeless if they go into the late game against LGD. But there are a lot of answers that they have. Primal always feels a little bit weird to me late game because it's like he doesn't do much to BKBs.
I think the good thing for late game Ybb is if they are in Vision and Doom is having some incredible game, you know, you can just like Doom off the Primal Beast. And now the team fight of PSG is 2 physical damage style heroes in the form of Bloodseeker and Wraith King, set up by just enabling supports that don't really contribute to locking people down too much. So I think Ybb can easily thrive as the game goes much later. But it's then also disrupt drag names. There's a lot of economy that Ybb need. And for PSG, there's going to be a window where they want to just break the game. Like this Wraith King, after a really strong laning phase, he's just been mode AFK.
Right.
What is it? What's his scoreline right now? Yeah, I mean, like 1-0-3. He's mad chilling. And it's like
the other thing too is you're going late game against LGD, whose decision making I feel like has always been so clutch in those late game scenarios.
Yeah, and I also don't really enjoy the idea of TA late game in this game. Nothing to say. Also doesn't really enjoy Rubik in this game because he's just been killing him non-stop.
Rough time there. And I mean, that Moonlight Shadow into the kill, it feels rough. They do also have this ward. They've had it for a little while. Gonna smoke up with 4. And with Rupture not used on the Disruptor this time, it makes the Pango's game significantly harder. Beyond, no Doom for 40.
Doesn't want to use his first BKB just defensively.
It's easy Q.
Oh, well, he's
Vision.
gonna die.
Glimpse, force away. Can't run that fast. And after the kinetic field goes down, they will manage to take down this Disruptor. And a Meteor Hammer from Beyond onto the creep wave, trying to kill it off. Also going to Midas one of those after the BKBs, queuing up the blink, and he actually almost has it.
I'd be interested to see if Wraith King or at least Shiro wants to go for blink pre-BKB. I think there's a window in this game where TA doesn't have BKB yet, and if he's a bit more explosive, make that jump, layer with the Atos, you can actually, you know, cause some concern for Lu, but the fact that it is so close, it's like, this was a marginal window in the game that they could have played for.
Right.
I don't think he's farmed quick enough to put that threat onto TA, nor has TA really been shut down in the last, 8 minutes or so. She's just been happily farming up 0-1-0 on Lu.
They had an idea that he was over here. 70 gonna get found. Atos tries to get away. The arrow's not gonna connect, but I don't think he has a way out of this one. So they find 70, and even worse news for him too, they were not able to get a Brigand's Blade on that second round, but they do get it on LGD. Oh, that's unfortunate for him.
It's very unfortunate. I mean, Pangoliers, they often get it, but he's got Pupil's Gift. It's
not comparable.
Not comparable, yeah.
Poor
I was
guy.
trying to be nice for a second, but no, it's pretty depressing when you don't get the Brigands.
Well, less than 1,000 gold separating these two teams, and Doom still very much farmed. It's just Pango who's kind of been left behind. You can imagine a world where if he gets Lincolns or something, the game starts to feel a little bit easier for him, but he is just pretty far behind where he would want to be at this point. And, well, they could think about going down here on to nothing to say. Glimpse pulls him back, but the BKB, that's the reveal, which is not terrible. In a BKB as he's trying to run away is better than going in with it.
Now, this is really good for Ybb. As soon as you know that BKB has been used, you've got Blink Doom available on Doom. You've got TA with her own BKB. Like, I feel like they should be grouping up and smoking right now. It's a massive timing for them. On top of that, Shiro, he hasn't completed his item yet. He didn't go for Blink. He is still trying to complete his own BKB. So yeah, I love the fact that Ybb stalled out the game. They're down 8 kills. Net worth's the same. If they get even one good pick off here, no buyback, their team will take Roshan quickly.
Of course, finding the right hero is a little bit of a problem. If they take this fight and try and kill off Shiro and it takes too long, his resummon is going to turn into their undoing. But it doesn't look like they're going for that. Instead, in towards mid, Planet is going to show for a second on the other side of the river. A lot of other heroes heading into position right now. They don't have their Pango with them. 70 is not there. I thought this was going to be a move from Ybb, but kind of difficult to make anything happen. And 20 seconds till Primal Beast BKB, they didn't connect onto a kill quickly enough.
Yeah, I think Ybb, they did smoke around to the top side of the map. They looked for that engagement, but PSG, at his Planet, he was drawing on the minimap like, guys, they're running at us. Let's retreat back to our own side of the map. Yeah. Respect the fact that we have just used our BKB defensively. So both teams kind of, dancing around the map right now, trying to find that little edge to get themselves into the game. After how well the lanes went for PSG, the stabilizing plays that Ybb have made is incredibly commendable, and they have put themselves in a position where they honestly can go toe for toe in the fight. They just need to make sure that their execution is clean. Because if they ever waste a Doom, if TA ever blinks in poorly, they're just going to get ripped apart with how many forms of damage that PSG has. It's like 3 cores against 1 big damage dealer.
Yeah, which is why we're seeing this TA go less for the blink and more for these other items that allows her to stand her ground in a fight.
Yeah,
trying to get this Lincoln Sphere done. She is pushing in bottom side. They can TP her to the tier 2 tower if they want. Shiro there, TP coming in. Who do they find? Jump forward, control is there. They get it off. The Doom onto the Wraith King. I don't know if that's going to be good enough. And with nothing to say, turning to try and take his fight, he is going to fall. And Doom dropping down low, but they find the glimpse now onto Zeal, trying to chase him. Couple rounds of the swashbuckle. He didn't die on the Wraith King.
No, nice grave, some extra heals. Also life stealing up with the Vampiric.
Do they go in again? LGD, they don't have their Primal Beast, but oh my god, ZZQ just might get chopped here. The stun, the arrow, tries to keep him alive, actually pulls him to the other side. Wraithfire Blast is there, beyond, trying to find that finish, but it is going to be a great buyback from Disruptor, wanting to keep them over here. Do they have a way to break the TP? Don't quite, and now everybody else getting away, but the long-range Wraithfire Blast, they find themselves Zeal too. So with Why You Smile turning, it's going to be Zeal going down. 3 dead, Roche is open.
That's incredibly awkward from PSG. Like, especially that they're playing in an area where Ybb has immense vision, and you see that really. The chase down, kill Disruptor, but then the quick ward placed again from the cast ranger Rubik, and they're getting picked off.
I thought for a second they were walking into Roche, and I was very confused.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, that's why I stopped. I was like, Ybb, there's a Roshan here, boys. This is kind of what you've been waiting for.
Oh no.
Massive arrow.
Oh no. Dude, are they buying enough time?
Not really, kind of.
I mean, Primal Beast is nearby. The Meteor Hammer. They've got BKBs back up again soon. Dude, they didn't go quick enough. And now, nothing to say, jumps in, wants to find one. ZZQ is going to be the one that he catches, but doesn't really have the damage for it. And now Wraith King getting kited. His ulti's down. Nothing to say. Tries to back away, but they get vision. They find him with the Wraithfire Blast, and, well, they bait them into a bad fight. So LGD lose nothing to say again. And it's a buyback from Marana, but, I mean, they can kind of just hold their ground. They didn't use BKBs.
And this is all under PSG's own performance, right? They're the ones that are throwing bodies in, overextending, right, and then Disruptor are just punishing it. Like, I don't know. I don't feel... The PSG from last game wouldn't have made these mistakes. It's interesting, it's confusing, but yeah, Ybb capitalizing it very nicely.
Wow. Yeah, tons of damage from all of the heroes in that one on the side of YBB. And another moment where, like, this, you know, sort of pre-30-minute game or so going a little bit awkward for LGD. This is 2 times in a row now. Of course, can't overstate, you know, the case that much. It's only 2,000 gold. But an Aegis now on TA, things starting to still look pretty good as this Beyond Doom is coming online. And, you know, we talked about the Lincoln Sphere needing them. They've got 2 now, 1 on TA, 1 on Pango.
It's going to help a lot, especially when they start moving towards Objective Siege. You put the double Lincolns onto Lu, and then he can't really die, already using 1 Lincolns in the bot lane to stop the Atos, but he doesn't care, he just keeps clicking.
He didn't wait for the Atos to hit before... he didn't end up rupturing them. Never mind. No. But Zeal has to pop his BKB to try and get out of there. And will manage to get away, but tips going out galore.
Very good tips. It's like, why are you here, Zeal? Why are you in a position where you need to BKB TP?
Beyond just jumps in and kills Why You Smile. Oh, LGD getting a little bit flustered here, it feels like.
Yeah, they thought they were incredibly strong, but the top jungle fight, the tier 2 dive, not the best decision making from PSG.
Nothing to say. Oh,
very quick.
Good play to get out of there. That was super dangerous.
And TP bottom. Yeah, PSG identifying the fact that Lu's by himself, so Shira, he does jump in for a second.
God, he wants that last hit. Doink. Gave him the doink. A stun, maybe? No, it's Vampiric Spirit. Okay. Is that the name of that spell?
It is, yeah, correct, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't remember if it was the Aura or the Spirit. They did the old switcheroo on us.
Yeah, it happens.
Ooh, a Titan Sliver.
I know we kind of mentioned it earlier, but I do like the fact that Lu didn't go for the Blink Dagger. I feel like that's the one item on TA, especially in these type of games where you can kind of throw the game yourself through just overcommitting, putting yourself in bad positions. It also happened in the previous game when Lu was on TA.
Yeah.
And in this game, it's like just become tanky, buy the items to stand your ground, and then lean on maybe the Rubik with his shard down the line to be your repositioning tool if needed.
So I can't help but feel a sense of familiarity here, though, with the way that the beginning of this game has gone. If they can find a good fight here, this is into the Aegis. The arrow's there, 4 staff, trying to get her away. Static Storm down, still has the Aegis ready. Lul, they pull him to the low ground. Getting brought lower and lower. Refraction instances out. Nothing to say. Jumps through. Finds the kill. Now the Doom to turn it. ZZQ able to escape. So they're going to have glimpses after. Chase looking for him. Shiro has already lost his life once. And now the BKB out. Still chasing on to Nothing to Say. They get the Grave away. 70 is there for the stun. Looks for more. Finds another. But can't chase him down. Still. Charge call comes from 7E. As an 8k gold lead now and into a tier 2 tower.
Yep, Ybb just perfectly utilizing the fact they had Aegis there. It's Doom the Primal Beast, that's kind of what you need for the rest of this game. And if you have an Aegis, you can tank some of these key spells. And yeah, PSG kicking themselves, they gave away an Aegis, struggling on the fact that they had to take a fight in that style. And then you might argue, once they've respawned, the group up, the look for that fight, there's no Doom, there's no Aegis. There is a sizable window for PSG to make these combat plays that they made in the previous game. It's now on Ybb to adjust and not to fall victim to them 2 games in a row.
Right. On a window 2 where BKBs are down. It's about to close,
Like
though.
a Planet and Bot, just running around with a wave.
Well, he doesn't have any more leap charges, so he might be in some trouble there. Old Planet. Dude, what is that range on Wraithfire Blast
It's
from
so
Rubik?
good. It's like...
What the hell?
I mean, he's got 4 points Arcane Supremacy plus an Aether Lens. It's pretty
mid?
easy. Oh, hold up.
Mid. They catch him. 70 in some trouble. Ruptured, dead. Can they do anything to try and take this fight further? They need to get out of here. Nothing to say's got him. He does have BKB in 1 second, but it's going to be a second too late. So with those BKBs still on cooldown, LGD managed to find a nice little turnaround play on mid.
Yeah, and Wire Small is very happy here. All that economy he got from the killing off the Doom. But yeah, is this not giving you reminders of the previous game here, Lyrical? Like the idea that Ybb's in the lead, they're vibing super hardcore, but then they do like a split decision on the map where it's like go chase for a kill. Meanwhile, things are happening mid. So PSG very good at distracting their opponents with like one random support doing something kind of dumb, and then kill the guys who are watching the guys chasing the other guy. You know, it's I just said a lot there, but I think Ybb's also confused by everything that's happening because PSG, they not really playing Dota at the moment, just kind of playing how many heroes can we find by themselves and hope to kill them whilst they're distracted by weird things happening.
I think the thing that separates this game is Zeal does not have his BKB. Oh, Glimpse pulls him back in. This is going to be a kill. Onto the Bloodseeker. A couple hits. They got Vision down. Can they get there in time from Why You Smile for the save? They will, and channel TP out. Okay, okay. And now, wanting to turn, Shiro jumps, finds that Disruptor, 7E, runs in, thought about the roll, doesn't decide to go for it yet, but the bash is going to be there, and connection onto the Wraith King, but able to get the Armor Toggle off, doesn't get it a second round. Now, Grave trying to come in to save his life, but they take down the Dazzle, and he actually was able to get the blink out regardless. No, I agree. There's some weird stuff going on here that LGD is making him squirm. I think the big difference for me is that TA has like a partner that's a real hero in this game, which is the Doom.
Yeah, I feel like it's those two heroes in tandem are the ones that are kind of crushing this game. Pangolier, of course, is a sacrificial hero in nature, especially when the game's a little bit harder. He's just kind of making chaos. But no, I think Doom and TA, if they just play together, this game should be able to play itself. Doom, the Primal Beast, Bloodseeker is falling off a little bit with the abundance of Lincolns that they have, and then it's just cut out this Wraith King, and it is possible, but the way that PSG is playing, doing these constant map plays, it is difficult for Ybb to get in position.
Oh, still trying to hunt beyond, again, close to catching. Nothing to say. He's just been doing a really good job of kiting him around the map. Meteor Hammer lands. Might want to sell that one pretty soon here, but regardless.
Well, Hammer or Midas, though? That's an age-old question. That goes back to 7.32E.
Okay. Yeah, age-old. Absolutely.
It's like a week or two.
Dude, yeah, this 6K gold lead, it's feeling less and less impactful. I mean, if they get to these items, and particularly like Why You Smile's having a really good game on this Dazzle. Has a Solar Crest done, got drums. He's going to be going in for Aghanim's Scepter.
Yeah, Armor is...
Sir.
Ooh, okay.
So all item cooldowns by 50% and becomes an active ability that can be cast on ally to refresh all the item cooldowns.
No, I like that. I like that.
That one would be very interesting if he can get to that in time.
So he's got his Solar Crest, that'll be 50%. Boots of Bearing will, of course, be pumping that out. Then he gets to help out his team. I mean, I like it. Especially after he's already shown 2 really good active items for his team. And Armor is the key theme, right? You've got Primal Beast who went for Shivas. You got the Wraith King now going for an AC. Now they can maybe brush off that TA damage. And I feel like for both lineups now, it's who can survive long enough to get the damage done.
Yeah.
Because if you tank through the Doom, if you tank through the Rolling Thunder, you should argue that PSG can easily win fights. And yeah, they've got to that point, but Again, they need to smoke up, use high ground vision, position correctly, protect the Dazzle. Nothing to say if he does get doomed at the start of the fight. He needs to be able to disengage. I'd argue even a Lincoln's himself could be handy, but that's not on the cards right now. He has got it on his quick buy, actually.
That's an AC done. That is an AC done for the Wraith King.
Yep.
That is a really scary proposition because, like you said, being able to tank through all that damage. Who's the main damage dealer right now for YBB? It's TA, and she has had to go for these defensive items, which I think is the right play.
Straight into Roshan. This is bold.
And they find the disruptor right at the start, not willing to stick around and go for the all-in. Oh, man. Oh, God. They could have just taken it, maybe.
I feel like if Disruptor was more defensively positioned, then they could have tried, but surely someone would have scouted it out. It was a very ambitious play.
I mean, this is very scary, though, because if they want to, the Skeleton's starting to take down Roche with the Wraith Pact in the pit too.
Already down, though. So that's going to expire.
Yeah,
there will be like
HP.
a 40-second window, no Wraith Pact.
They did take away the vision, though, and now a smoke up coming from YBB. There are a lot of lines being drawn right now.
They're going to just clash in the river, potentially. Don't forget, Boots of Bearing is up for Dazzle, so the speed in which PSG can enter this fight and disengage is going to be key.
Shiro, they spot him right away. Jump forward, silence. Needs a way to take that one off.
The
But he
arrow!
jumps into the arrow. Oh, man. Oh, God. Jump forward. Force Staff trying to buy some time. The second round of the hit. Oh, that Mind Breaker. That one hurts. The swash into arrow, rarely seen. That one hurt. Gem down on the ground. No Pango for 70. No buyback. LGD, did they just get a free Roche? If Zeal can go down, if they can manage to kill him, the arrow, good Force Staff to dodge that one for the side. But there's the Grave out very early. And a BKB used for Zeal. This might buy them enough time. It's still scary, though. I mean, Roche is down super low. They're going to kill off the TA trap. No BKB on Wraith King. Scary stuff.
I mean, they have no Doom.
Take away it. Look for one. There's the jump. They find a stun. It's not going to be on to the Primal, though. Lul forced to get... He gets caught. He gets hexed. Turns with the BKB. Tries to do the damage. Lining it up. The Pulverize from the Rubik. And Shiro very low. Trying to back away. Does he manage to get brought down? But the Grave, the heal, it's all too much. But they jump in and beyond. Able to pair together for the damage. Zeal now trying to stay in this fight. Pango's back up in 15 seconds. They've bought enough time because there's no Wraith King for 80.
I'm so surprised that PSG looked for the fight there. After such a big pick like Pango, with the vision that they have.
Oh, Force Staff. He doesn't have BKB.
They're trying to find something. They know that Wraith King's dead for 60. They needed another pick to prevent YB from going Roshan, but a slight misjudgment in play there from PSG. Roshan easily should have been there to Pango down, no Doom, but instead they look for the fight and they keep reaching, they keep hoping to find the hero. They don't connect, and yeah, Wraith King goes down. Ult was on cooldown, and rough.
And now with Aghanim's Doom up and online, you've got some really scary things that can happen. You get a Aghanim's Doom with a kinetic field. It's basically Disruptor ulti with Ags.
Yep. We have answered the age-old question. Sell the hammer, not the Midas.
There it is. That's the one.
Oh, another arrow.
And Wraith Pack down again, trying to slow down this Roche here.
How many charges of... Okay, 3 leap charges on Planet, 2 inventory slots available. Planet has one thing in mind, that is steal everything.
10 seconds until this Wraith King is back up beyond, trying to say no to this, but they catch him there, has the BKB ready. Force Staff keeping him alive. The silence is down. Does not connect onto any of the heroes. Good sidestep. Very close. Very close. 7E. They're right on top of it. Goes for the leap charge. Jump in and he's able to get it. Planet with the snatch and the catch. What a sick play. Now, he might end up paying for his crime. Zeal going to be pushed back and forth in. They have caught for the moment that Zeal with the glimpse back. And with the Dazzle also going down, I mean, whatever. They got the Aegis on Planet. Who cares?
That was
Did
so
he get
important.
everything? He got the shard too? Oh, man.
I mean, Doom tried so hard to prevent Planet from making this play. He blinked to the left-hand side of the Roshan pit. He just activated the Shivas, cut on through, hoped to prevent PSG from positioning correctly, but...
Where's his stomp, by the way?
His stomp? You mean the Doom, the Centaur stomp?
The Centaur stomp. Oh, wait. Did they finally catch him? Nothing to say. The Hurricane.
The Hurricane.
It's dangerous. Where's the detection? They don't have it. Oh, no. It was 7E that had the gem.
I have to say, no, looking kinda. Shearer's also in the area.
Yeah, they're running away.
I'd be surprised if... Oh,
Jianming.
You might want to go back, Chief. There we go.
Yeah, he's out of there. Wow. Let's take a look at the replay of this.
I mean, it's so important. Just the fact that you already see here, the Doom went to the left-hand side, tried to force them away, but then he retreats back away, and yeah, Planet, it's just mode chill.
Just jumps in. The Aegis spawns right on him. And he gets a freebie of 2. How crazy is that?
Yeah, I feel like for YBB, we didn't see it in the highlights, but Beyond started the fight on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And then he disengaged, and then it's like, then he's going back in. I wish maybe they threw bodies in a little bit harder if they wanted to try and get the Aegis themselves, but no, fair play to Planet. That was so critical. YBB was kind of winding themselves up to this point where if they had Aegis, I would be a little bit scared if you're a PSG fan.
Invisrune, CZQ spots them all. Now, this is interesting. Late game Invisrunes can really change stuff around. But I don't know if they want to fight into the danger of Planet Aegis. Does also have the gem ready. Arrow
has a nice ring to it. Planet Aegis.
Yeah. Another Lincoln Sphere. 3 Lincoln Spheres on YBB. Can we get a 4th?
It's like TI with Spirit.
That's right. But this gem, they're scouting everything out, taking away that vision from the TA traps. Tier 2 tower up top could be where they go. 5,000 gold lead, meeting very little. As you can see, the buybacks are the bigger story. And they only have it on 3 heroes in the entire game. Lift now onto Wraith King. They picked up the Swift Blink for Luo, trying to use Planet as that first point of contact because of the Aegis. So everybody's doing the running man and the weird little artifacting. But 4,000 gold lead. It keeps getting cut little by little. Oh, and Planet sold his Midas for that Lincoln's. But you can see...
Oh, you mean Beyond? You scared
Beyond.
me?
Yeah,
Bro,
not Planet.
I'm clicking Planet. I'm like, what happened? He gets one Aegis and suddenly he's a Midas buying... What the hell? All right,
I'm just thinking
we're
of
good.
Planet all the time.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's making some big plays. He hit the arrow to hit the potential Roshan, but then they kind of threw a little bit. Then he hits the Aegis, so he kind of recovers. So yeah, Planet making some insanely good plays to keep PSG in this game.
Lift back, looks for a bash, isn't going to be able to find it there, but does have the glimpse. Doesn't quite connect with the kinetic field.
Dude, Dazzle has 10,000 net worth.
Yeah. Jump in, Doom, caught him, dead. Zeal gone. Knew exactly what was happening there. 70 looking for more. Can they find anybody else? Why you smile, just barely getting away from that one. And that is a Doom getting a courier kill onto a heart. That's looking for Primal Beast. He's close. Nothing to say.
Big pick. I kind of feel like maybe Wire Smile in hindsight now is wishing he had a 4-star potentially. A lot of these engagements, even when the Doom jumps on him, if they have a form of disengage, there's no natural nullifier by it outside of the TA. And if TA is the one jumping to that position, maybe you could argue she's too far in. So I think, sure, there's one 4-star from Mirana, but that second 4-star would be pretty key to giving PSG some breathing room. But yeah.
Well, after the kill onto Zeal, they do manage to take the last tier 2 tower standing, and Lowell starts to pressure in the high ground a little bit. It's still the great task of how do you break high ground. It's not an easy thing to do at all, but
gotta wait for next Roshan, Lyrical.
I know, and this is the exact same situation that they ended up in last game for YBB. They couldn't break high ground. They had to try and keep LGD contained in the map, and eventually LGD just outmaneuvered them.
I think the difference in this game, at least, is they do have immense pickoff potential if PSG aren't grouped up as 5. We've seen Zeal a lot of time poke his head into lane and instantly get punished. And let's check Disruptor. Oh, actually nowhere near an Aghanims. I was hoping that could maybe be like a little X-Factor play down the line, but no, he's even looking to go for Drum and Gem before even going Ags.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, the other thing is last game there was Philly stones on both teams. Not the case in this one. No Phillies at all. Shiro shows for a second mid. Oh.
That illusion really got hit hard.
Yeah, and the silence, the rollback forces out the BKB. 7E backs away. The Doom is in with Beyond.
The Rupture.
They've already lost 2 of them. And they're starting to drop, but with the Aghanims do, is it going to be enough? Lua's just TPing away. Beyond in some trouble. Going to get caught for a moment. God, he is big and scary. But
Blink and you'll miss it. Yep.
And he's in trouble. Beyond, he's going to go down. Dude, LGD, how do they keep doing this? Just when it looks the worst, they manage to pull it back together.
It's the positioning of the fight. You know, Ybb, they're just in the river. They're not occupying a high ground area. They're not playing underneath their ward. They're just they're throwing bodies into this mid-fight, and Ybb, they're going to have to buy back on this Doom minimum, but no supports.
Man.
PowerPoint Dota.
It is very, very quick the way that these buildings fall. And I mean, LGD, they don't have a tier 2 tower taken up top yet. They could go in through bottom, but instead, it's jump forward and find the Pango 70 in trouble. No save. They try and Hurricane to pull back in there.
Nice
there aren't BKBs
stuff.
available on LGD, but it doesn't matter. Although, can they get out with one more? If they can get the Wraith King here, that might make some of this worth it. So they find him there with the Infernal Blade, looking for the slowdown. They're still going to have a Grave available for Shiro. With the Pango rolling back and forth, he doesn't have... Oh my God.
But you guys, you have to kill the Wraith King.
Yeah, they got him. They got him. There we go. Got him. Can they find more? Zeal in trouble. Starts to drop, throws out that silence, but the connection's going to be there. And so with 2 dead, it cost them a couple buybacks, but maybe they can force some out now from LGD. And Wraith King actually doesn't have one.
All right, we get to play Roshan lottery time. Might respawn in 45 seconds. If it spawns in, you know, I'd say sub 20, 30 seconds, a very quick respawn. That'll help them out, but realistically, Ybb, barrel it down the mid lane. You know, force Bloodseeker buyback. Wraith King's only missing it due to economy. So in the back of their minds, they expect Wraith King to have buyback. It's why they are hitting on the tier 3s.
And going for it right away, trying to force that one out. It's not going to come. The question is, for LGD, do you just decide to give this up? It's a scary idea. Did pop the blink already from low, trying to burn through these refraction stacks, taking down that Wraith pack, dodging the arrow, still hanging on to that 6-second BKB with the rest of the team right behind her, making it as hard as possible for Lau to feel completely safe. So they find him there with the Hex. Roche, oh, it's almost an instant respawn.
Oh, it's actually, ooh.
Wow. Do they go back for it, though? I feel like they've got to.
You get mid-racks, you naturally will reposition towards Roshan, knowing it should be up within that 3-minute window.
Oh, that's so huge if they can go and scout it. They don't have a TA trap in there. All of it got taken out by the gem.
Surely they're checking it now.
They have to.
They have outpost control as well, so they have buyback advantage around the Roche fight. If they scout this out, ZZQ walking in, whoop.
Yep. It's
there
up.
It is, pinging it out.
They gotta go. They gotta go.
PSG, though, they're grouped up in their base.
They're not going quick enough. The rest of the team isn't here. They don't have their Doom with them.
This is incredible.
Oh my God, they've got to take it quick. And Doom is not there.
It's going to go down.
Beyond, he does have a TP. He needs to get there in time. There's a scan coming out. It's taking some time to finish it off. And the arrow! The BKB popped. Can they do it again? Static down, Zero! He snatches the Aegis! You've got to be kidding me! It can't keep happening like this. Ybb forced to use the BKB. God, I thought last game was heartbreaking. This one, it's going to be even worse.
Wait, who got the Yags?
Oh, jeez, man.
What?
That one really hurts. It looks like 7E got it.
Okay.
That's big at least, but he's dead for 100 seconds.
This entire game, it's a matter of fractions. If there was a TA pit, as soon as they go mid, they know Roshan's up, they'll be hitting it instantly. The fact that there was like a 2-second window to go for it.
Luo feels like he needs to get it all right now. He goes for the rapier.
I mean, he has to.
Yeah.
His Pango doesn't have buyback.
They've got to make something happen. Some big plays happen. And, well, the rapier, it's there. An Aghanim Scepter done on Dazzle, so they'll have 2 rounds of it. What's the best year to use this on?
Honestly, at this point, anyone who gets jumped first, when their BKB's done, bang it on them again and off you go.
Well, everybody except for Pango is up right now. Stolen Onslaught. It's still so hard, even with the rapier, to fight into these heroes. Nothing to say is at 4,700 HP. You've got 54 armor on Shiro. This rapier is just going to tickle them.
I mean, Solar Crest on top of that, the evasion of the 15 talent from Murano and Moonlight Shadow, they are plenty tanky.
Oh, it is not looking like it's going to be enough. And too long before the Pango's back up again. Look at it. The rapier does nothing. Tries to do what they can. A little bit of a dodge there for a second with the flicker, but buildings, they're the main objective. Shiro starts to take some hits there to the side, down low, but is going to drop once. Gets the jump back, the lift is there. Control the mute, it's on a Primal Beast, doing some good damage with that Doom going, but he gets the BKB off. Oh, Beyond didn't want to stick around any longer. Still willing to fight. Force Staff, getting him a little ways away from nothing to say. That's the Dazzle, giving him the second round of that BKB as they're focusing down these buildings.
7 seconds for Pango.
They need a little bit longer than that, though. The lift is there, trying to keep ZZQ alive. Turn to the side, nothing to say, drops lower and lower. That's going to be the Aegis. Can they find any more? Pango roll, looks for it, but Shiro just gonna walk away in the duration of his BKB. The chase is there. Can they bring him down afterwards? Silence out. Keeping this chase on, they've got to get something.
Nice
and they got Megas. They have to win this fight. Low finds him for a second, but the grave is going to be there. Nothing to say. Rolls through, finds both. Shiro living through it. He's somehow alive. The stun is there. The turn. The bang, bang, bang comes out. And TA likely to drop as they get eyes on here. Rapier on the deck. GG called. LGD breaking hearts again.
2 games in a row. It's like YBB, such aggression, such ways to play the map out, but they just don't, they aren't able to capitalize. And in this game at least, Planet